I want to show you how it turned out. What's up guys? Today we got a pretty cool video for you. So a couple weeks back I sat down, came up with a couple different designs that I liked for my channel, and I gave those designs to my dad. And the cool thing for me is that he owns his own t-shirt business. So what that means is he got to take my designs, put them in his program, get them up to par, and then now today we get to make this video for you on putting those designs onto some t-shirts. So before we get into the actual video of making the shirts, I do want to say, if you have your own personal t-shirt business and use a lot of ink or other products as such, go check out One Stroke Ink, because they do have a lot of good products. My dad uses them all the time.
Take 10.
They are located in Louisville, Kentucky. If you would like some more information on this, I'll leave some more information in the description box below.
Take 20.
Contact Robert Clark or any other sales representatives and they will be more than happy to assist you. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So what you got to do first to get your design from the computer to the t-shirt is to go into any software they're using, like CorelDRAW or any other one as such, and then you have to print it out as a positive. And what I mean by positive is it should look something like this. And all that is all black ink on a clear film. Alright, and so the reason for the all black ink is to keep the light from exposing that emulsion. Okay, so now we have entered the dark room. You got to take the logo and put it onto a screen. Now for this you need to have a yellow light which keeps UV lights from exposing the emulsion. So in this case, we're doing transfers, but in any other case, you would want this reversed. So now we have it lined up, and now we're going to tape it down. So now we're going to lay it face down on the exposure unit. That being placed, then you put the foam inside of the screen. So now what you gotta do is find a bunch of heavy stuff and make sure that that foam is flat and not gonna move. This way you have your positive firmly placed onto the glass, and this way your positive won't move and it won't cause a blur. Okay, so now we get to actually expose it. Okay, so after this is exposed, then you'll take it over to the washout booth. So as I stated before, my dad uses mostly One Stroke Ink products. He does have a variety of products, but yeah, as you can tell, mostly One Stroke Ink. Soaked it. Now we're gonna let that sit for a minute or two, let that water get into some of those unexposed areas, and then we're gonna go back and wash that out. As you can tell, it's a mess, but we got to take the screen over to the drying rack, and then we got to let that dry by putting a fan on it, and it may take up to 30 minutes to an hour. Alright, so it's been 30 minutes or so and we're back. Now what we got to do is go and tape the screen down. So what the tape is going to do is keep the ink from getting through any open areas. We use these marks to align the screen to the plate. Alright, so quick tip. If you have any hand wipes, a good thing to do is to put them into a sealable bag, and this will allow you to use them over a couple of days, even sometimes weeks. Alright, so what we're going to do is align the screen to the plate. That way we know where to put the transfer sheet. We're going to align it to this center mark right here. So, real quick, a little about this machine. What is it called?
It's a Minimax, Lawson Minimax.
And where'd you get it?
I bought it from Lawson Screen Printing out of Missouri. We saw them at a show in Indianapolis, the NPM show. I talked to Brian. He's in sales. We got the machine ordered, picked up, brought here. It was easy to assemble. I mean, it's mainly, lay this arm here down, tighten some screws up. It's a semi-automatic press. You can either use the foot plate to print. It has an auto feature or an auto switch. It also has a button here that you can use to operate it with. You do have to manually rotate the pallets. You manually have to rotate the pallets, but it'll do the work for you. It saves a lot on arms.
Alright, so it is very humid here in Kentucky and definitely in this building. So we like to take these sheets, run them through this dryer, and that way it'll get a lot of that moisture out. So we have the pallet all glued up, and we'll just have to let it dry for a couple minutes. Then we'll be able to go through and do a test run. Alright, so this is an ELT white ink. It is a low cure ink that is formulated for polyester shirts. If you wanted to do this on a cotton shirt, you could use a hybrid white or just a regular general purpose ink.
The ELT ink and we use a performance powder, ELT performance powder from One Stroke. What that is for is on polyester dye migrates, which that means is a gas comes up when it gets hot, and it will turn your color. Say if you got a white ink, it might turn it on a royal blue shirt like a light blue.
Now we're going to put the transfer into the powder, and we also use a sifter to get out any unwanted granules, dirt, and other clumps. So then after that, you want to make sure you try to get all that excess powder off. That way it doesn't leave any glue anywhere. As the transfer sheet goes through the conveyor and the dryer, the powder crystallizes onto the ink. Okay, so we are getting the heat press up to temperature, and then we're going to do a test run onto this shirt. So we use a Teflon sheet, that way any residue left from the powder doesn't get stuck up on the press. So while this is heating up, I do want to say that we also get the transfer sheets from One Stroke, and also we get the powder. They do have different powders that go for different types of shirts.
This is a hot peel, so we peel it as soon as we get done.
You want to press it for about 15 seconds. So definitely want to do a test run first, that way you always know if it's coming out right. And so this is our test run, our first one, and it looks pretty good. So when you go back to the press with a different shirt, you always want to heat it up, and that gets all the moisture out of the shirt.
All right, are we ready?
Alright guys, so this is the end of the video, but real quick, I want to show you how it turned out. So there you have it. I think it turned out pretty nice. I plan on doing some more later, but it's pretty late, so we're gonna end it today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you did learn something, please comment below. Let me know how it went, and see you later.